So as I'm sure everybody knows by now, Jack Smith, the special prosecutor, earlier this year actually got his hands on Donald Trump's Twitter account, which is now the platform formerly known as Twitter, now called X. But back then it was Twitter, so we're going to call it Twitter for purposes of this story. But according to the court ruling, which has now been unsealed, the judge actually accused Elon Musk, who owned Twitter earlier this year, obviously, still owns it today, but accused Elon Musk of trying to cozy up to Donald Trump by not only resisting the warrant for Donald Trump's social media, but also by trying to warn Donald Trump that the feds were going to get their hands on your account. Now, Elon Musk, as far as we know, did not end up warning Donald Trump. He wanted to. His lawyers tried to make the argument in court that we need to. And the judge basically says, well, Judge Beryl Howell questioned whether the hope of informing Trump about the search warrant was an attempt by the platform's owner, Elon Musk, to, quote, cozy up to the former president, who has not returned to posting on his formerly beloved social media site despite having his account reinstated last November. So maybe Elon Musk was thinking, hey, look, if I warn Trump that the feds are coming after you, maybe he'll get back on Twitter and that'll draw more people back in. But the court wasn't having it, and the court understood exactly what Elon Musk was trying to do. That's why the judge smacked it down, and that is why Elon Musk, of course, had to comply with that order after resisting it for several days and being fined $350,000 for refusing to comply with the court order initially. Here's the thing. We do not yet know what exactly Jack Smith was looking for. We do know that the judge had ruled there was, in fact, probable cause to grant this warrant, which means they were able to show enough evidence to suggest there was probably a crime committed with Trump's Twitter account. So obviously we're talking about stuff that may or may not have been published, likely something in the DMs, possibly something in his draft folder, tweets he typed out but didn't send. We're not going to know all that, of course, until we get to trial, but according to legal experts, Jack Smith did in fact use the information obtained from the Twitter feed, or the Twitter account, to indict Donald Trump. But another thing I want to talk about for a moment is the idiotic arguments that Twitter's lawyers used. Like the people Elon Musk hired went to court and argued two things as to why they shouldn't comply with the search warrant. First was, we don't want to violate Donald Trump's right to freedom of speech. You're not a government entity. I know Elon Musk likes to say, I'm the free speech warrior, and the way he runs X is clearly indication that he is not. But dumbasses need to understand something about freedom of speech. The First Amendment only covers the government not censoring what you say. And it is a very important right, and we need to be careful because there have been plenty of instances with both the former administration and the current one where they have attempted to limit our freedom of speech. That is dangerous. We don't want that. Twitter is not the government. They cannot violate your right to freedom of speech because they're not the ones guaranteeing you that right. I hope that clears it up for any idiots who don't understand how that works. So the freedom of speech argument, the First Amendment argument, was stupid, and the judge was like, yeah, no, that's not a thing. The second idiotic argument they made was, well, some of the stuff may be covered by executive privilege. No, because Donald Trump didn't declare executive privilege. In fact, there's only one human being on the planet that gets to do that at any given point, and that's the sitting president of the United States. And at the time, just like right now, it's President Joe Biden. He didn't claim executive privilege, so could you not come into the court with such idiotic arguments? But of course, these lawyers had to make such stupid arguments because they had no real reason to resist the warrant. And that's what happened. Elon Musk lost. His lawyers looked like idiots. And Jack Smith got what he needed in the end. Unfortunately, we don't get to know what he needed until that trial starts. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.